Today, I would like to speak about love, as I do believe that love is the nature of God. And I do believe that our planet cannot exist without love. So why is love so important? Love is important because we cannot succeed if we do not love each other. A family system or a family cannot succeed if there is not love. A partnership cannot succeed if there is not love. A friendship cannot succeed if there is not love. We will destroy ourselves if we do not love nature. So for a family or a community to flourish, there needs to be love. The lack of love, that is what creates destruction. When I read a book, I realize that every book I've ever read, there's something about love. Every movie I've ever watched, there's something about love. Therefore, I realize that love, the energy of love, the emotion love, it rules our lives. And then I realized that there is such a lot of information about love. But yet, we know so little about how to love ourselves, how to love others. My mom has a saying, she always says, every person just needs a little bit of love. I visited an old age home. I saw, wow, if you're old or young, every person just needs a little bit of love. I went to an orphanage. It was the same. I looked at my own life when I'm feeling a bit down, when I just receive a little bit of love, everything is better. I do believe that love is the highest form of intelligence, because where there is love, it also means that we are tuned into how reality works here. And in love, there's wholeness, there's unity. In love, it means we are separate of no one and of nothing. If we are separate of nothing, that means we are connected. And in love, for me, there's a connectedness without judgment. So you can ask yourself, how connected do you feel towards yourself? That will be a clue to how much you love yourself. How connected do you feel to nature? That will give you a clue how much you love nature, etc. So many times I see that we as human beings, I look at myself, do many things from self-gain, from a sense of selfishness. And this selfishness is a reflection of self-love. It's a reflection of the shortage of love. How often I caught myself being selfish. And even as children, we are so selfish. I look at my own life, how selfish I was. It just was all about my needs, what I wanted, how I wanted. So I do believe that when we are selfish, we are separate. And many times when we are selfish, it's all about gaining for ourselves. And it looks like a quick gain. But in the long run, it's actually a detriment. Because now you learn your psyche that I need to be selfish. I get attached to this selfishness. I get attached to this quick gain. But every time we're selfish, and every time we go into self-gain, we create separation. And the more separate we are, the less we believe in love. And where there is less love, there is more suffering. But if we work together, instead of working against one another, that is what love is. When we can say, I acknowledge your strengths. I'm good at this, you're maybe good at that. This is my strong point, this is your strong point. It's like many times in a marriage, I hear the wife say, yeah, I'm good at this, and husband says, I'm good at that, and that is why this works. That is love. When we can work together, that is when we can achieve the best result. If we can respect and acknowledge our differences, then we as a human society can start to work together. Then we will create a system which is not run by power or control, but a system which essence, its fuel is love. A system where all parts communicate with one another. And a system I think everyone can resonate with is a cell phone. It's an example of a system. The cell phone is a system that works, as every part of the cell phone has a function. And every part has the ability to communicate to all the other parts that it needs to. Creates a system. It works. So where there is love, there's a system whereby all parts work together. Then the system does not create separation, but it creates harmony. A system of love will always integrate that we are all one. It works together as a team. It creates unity. I do believe that love is the energy which is the most understood, least understood. And it's the energy which has the most distortions and the energy with the most illusions. And I think that is why we struggle so much with love. I realize that we as human beings don't even know how to love ourselves. Therefore, we tend to search for love outside of ourselves before we search it within. And because we know so little about love, I think that's the reason why we struggle with relationships. And that's why relationships is so challenging for many people. Because if we have a different relationship with love, and if we love ourselves, we will know how to give love. And the other person will know how to receive love. Because many people, they give love in a form or shape the other person cannot even receive. The other person is not even aware that they are receiving love. And many people, they receive a lot of love. But it doesn't matter how much love they receive. It is just never enough. So therefore, I do believe that love teaches us how to give and how to receive. And if we can give love and if we can receive love, there is harmony and there is flow. If I look at religions, I do believe that every religion, the main thing they come to teach is love. And usually I look at religions and I see that people pray to someone which was for them the embodiment of love. For example, in Christianity, the embodiment of love was Jesus. And Jesus' main message was, love your neighbor as you love yourself. In Buddhism, the main teacher was the Buddha. And the famous saying was, the way is in the heart. Muslims, they believe God is so loving that He recreated His attribute of love as an instinct in us. In every religion I've studied, I found that love is the essence. And even the atheists who believe in nothing, I realized that even they do believe in love. So therefore, I believe that love is the core energy that binds all of us. Love connects us. Without love, we cannot live a fulfilled life. And my conclusion is, no matter what you believe, love is the way. And may you find the ability to love yourself so that you know how to love others. Blessings.